Hello and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news, several crews continue to battle a growing wildfire in South Sarasota County. The most recent Florida Forest Service report estimates that fire to be more than 2,000 acres and around only 20% contained. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from Northport, just a few miles from where that fire reportedly started. Erica?
Good evening, Adam. Right now, behind me, traffic is running smoothly. There have been some points where it's backed up a bit on Toledo Blade Boulevard, but those looking to travel between this road and Kings Highway on I-75 are going to have to take a long detour to get to their destination. The city of Northport says the brush fire started near the intersection of Raintree Boulevard and Yorkshire Street early this afternoon. That location is west of the interstate, but the fire jumped over I-75 near mile marker 173 and now continues to burn east of the highway and through Griffin Preserve. Troopers are still on the highway diverting drivers off the interstate, and they say that they expect to stay out here throughout the evening. A 9-mile stretch of the highway remains closed. FHP is joined by the Northport Police Department, Northport Fire, Charlotte County Fire, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, and they're all working together to control this fire and keep residents and drivers safe.
The more people that we have on scene, the more solutions we can come up with, the more avenues that we can stop people from entering the interstate and putting themselves in harm's way.
Coming up tonight at 11, we'll hear from some of those drivers that are traveling through the Suncoast and that are impacted by this brush fire and driving on I-75. And we'll keep you updated with the latest developments on this fire on our website, mysuncoast.com, and our social media accounts. Reporting live from Northport, I'm Erica Jackson. Adam, back to you.
All right, Erica, thank you very much. And we're taking a look at the Suncoast traffic watch now. I-75 between mile marker 170 and 179. You can see that the road there is still shut down from that brush fire. And just before that closed area, 2 lanes are also blocked from a major accident near Sumter Boulevard. You heard Trooper Watson there talking about keeping drivers safe. Well, that accident is actually believed to have some serious injuries. And for a look at our local weather, let's head straight to Wendy Ross. And Wendy, a little dry out there, obviously.
It has been dry, but we are now starting to look at some wet weather moving on into parts of Manatee County, and this is going to be a huge relief down through Charlotte County. It's going to be coming in throughout the overnight time period as well. So we've got a long stretch of opportunity for rain to come on through our area. And you can see all of this wet weather now beginning to impact parts of northwestern Manatee County, now beginning to hit the islands along Sarasota County. So this is good news. We're starting to see these rain showers coming on in. You can see mostly it's light to moderate rain at this point, with cloudy conditions down to our south and all through Charlotte County. We're looking at cloudy conditions, but we are going to see this rain band. It's been holding together very well. So we're going to continue to watch and hope for it to come all the way through our area. We need the rain. So this is really a wonderful thing that we're seeing right now. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. Just can't get here soon enough. In other news, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office is looking for a suspect wanted in an attempted armed robbery. Deputies say a Palmetto man was returning home on 21st Avenue West when he was approached by an unidentified suspect on Friday night. That suspect demanded the victim's wallet, and when he refused, the suspect allegedly grabbed his arm and a struggle ensued. The victim was able to break free but was shot in the arm during that struggle. The suspect then fled while the victim was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And anyone with information on this incident is asked to contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers at the number listed on your screen. 3 people in Port Charlotte have been arrested after they barricaded themselves inside a building while detectives tried to execute a search warrant. Those 3 people were locked in a home at Glendale Avenue in Port Charlotte. After an extended period of time, deputies deployed what they referred to as chemical agents into the home, drawing the people inside out. Cocaine, marijuana, and other controlled substances without a prescription were found at the scene. Shakita Marion, Jared Cannon, and Darnell Horace were arrested and charged with resisting arrest, drug trafficking, and possession. hijacked by hackers. Companies in nearly 100 countries, including right here in the U.S., hit by a crippling virus. In some cases, entire hospitals forced to put surgeries on hold and turn away patients. ABC's David Packer with what U.S. intelligence agencies are doing to stop the spread of this hack.
The world held hostage.
This is an unprecedented scale. We've never seen something spread this quickly in a 24-hour period across these many different countries and continents.
A massive coordinated cyber attack wreaking havoc in 99 countries. Hackers now demanding ransom to get critical files back online.
It's attacking a loophole, it seems to be, in the Microsoft software and exploiting tools that were stolen from the National Security Agency.
The malware virus is known as WannaCry, and it starts with a simple phishing email that spreads like wildfire. Companies like FedEx targeted here in the U.S. It's attacking tens of thousands of computers at companies, universities, even hospitals.
We're aware that a number of NHS organisations have reported that they have suffered from a ransomware attack.
In the United Kingdom, the government is working non-stop to get the country's healthcare system back online. A message from the assailants: pay up in bitcoins, the equivalent of $300, or critical files disappear. Patients now left in limbo.
I think it's a heinous crime, this hacking, because they're putting people's lives at risk.
Officials say it's time to upgrade those old IT systems. While this attack appears to be focused on bigger targets, the average computer owner could be impacted.
Whatever updates Microsoft is sending out, upload them immediately. If you've already been infected, I would suggest that you reach out to some legitimate cybersecurity firm and see what they suggest to you as far as getting your system back up.
Microsoft released a patch to fix the loophole earlier this year, but without it, computers remain vulnerable.
It may take us weeks or months, or we may never even find out who's behind this.
Dave Packer, ABC News, New York.
And today is National Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive Day, sponsored by the National Association of Letter Carriers. The event provides an easier way for everyone to donate non-perishable food items to people who can really use the help. It's one of the largest one-day food drives in the country. More than 10,000 cities and towns are participating in that national event, including some right here on the Sun Coast. Hundreds brought their food out to their mailboxes today in support of those in need. And Sarasota's All Faiths Food Bank also held a drive on Morrill Street this afternoon, where they worked to collect food for their campaign against summer hunger, which helps local children get the food they need when they can't receive food assistance through the school programs.
It shows that the community is behind the program and that everyone is just wanting to come out and help in the way that they can.
Today is such a big day for us and the nation. It's the National Letter Carriers Food Drive, and it is the very biggest food drive in the United States.
The food bank is trying to exceed their goal of 100,000 pounds of food collected for the year. A tradition for the LGBT community on the Sun Coast is back in downtown Sarasota this weekend. The 8th annual Harvey Milk Festival wraps up tonight, but there's still a few hours for those to come out and enjoy. 3 days of live music, speakers, and films dedicated to equality for the LGBTQ community kicked off earlier this week on Thursday. The festival provides a supportive space and honors the life of Harvey Milk, one of the first openly gay Americans elected to public office.
This is pride. It's all about love and supporting and being involved in the community. You know, it's something that even if you're not a part of the LGBT community, you know, you should be a part of it and be involved and come and join and celebrate and see love firsthand.
Those scheduled events, including some concerts, are planned to go until midnight. And still to come here on ABC7, the fallout continues after the FBI director's termination, and the hunt begins for a new face to lead the Bureau. And visit Florida in the negative spotlight once again after an apparent clerical error that appeared to send tax dollars to a controversial country. Stick around.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
On the next Black Almanac.
Former Acting Attorney General Sally Yates testified to a Senate Judiciary Committee panel in one of the most hotly anticipated hearings of the Trump era to date. Yates' testimony was preceded by tweets from Trump implying without evidence that she had leaked classified information to the media, which she denied during the hearing.
Sunday morning at 7:30 on ABC 7.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce.
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by 1 on any or all numbers and still win.
Come on in. Welcome to our pad. Trust me, folks, you'll eat for a ride. I'm driving, so relax. Unwind, leave your bum hits all behind. Get ready to blow your mind. In Beatsville, don't be shy. Come and make the scene. Catch the crazy party inside. The hipsters here are gone. And dig, man, they're on to something big. Yeah, they're gonna flip your wig in Beatsville. Catch the gig in Beatsville.
Officials are beginning the interviews for a new FBI director amid new concerns about whether or not the White House is secretly recording the president's meetings. ABC's David Wright has more.
Today, President Trump left the White House grounds for the first time in nearly a week.
We don't need a lecture from Washington on how to lead our lives.
The president gave the graduates at Liberty University advice he might welcome himself.
Nothing is easier or more pathetic than being a critic.
It's been a turbulent week at the White House. Trump's firing of FBI Director James Comey, who was leading the investigation into Russian meddling in the November election, caused a firestorm. On Air Force One, President Trump told reporters he could name a replacement by the end of the week.
I think the process is going to go quickly because almost all of them are very well known.
Back in Washington, that search is well underway. A parade of potential new FBI directors walked into the Department of Justice to interview with the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, and Deputy Attorney General, Rod Rosenstein.
Agent Lee, how did it go in there?
Comey himself spotted outside his home. Sources tell ABC News the former director is furious at the lack of respect the White House showed him in the end. And there's that tweet from the president. James Comey better hope that there are no tapes of our conversations before he starts leaking to the press.
Now a veiled threat towards the former FBI director. How far does he have to go?
Does that mean the administration has been secretly recording Trump's meetings with Comey? In an interview airing tonight on Fox, Trump had this to say.
That I can't talk about. I won't talk about that. All I want is for Comey to be honest.
Not exactly a denial. David Wright, ABC News, Washington.
Well, after a clerical error, Visit Florida is announcing that they have zero marketing efforts in Syria and did not plan to ever market in Syria. This all coming after Florida's tourism marketing agency was forced to sign a new contract when a newspaper pointed out that Visit Florida hired a firm to advertise to potential Syrian tourists. Visit Florida officials say the error caused them to include Syria on a list of countries the agency planned to advertise in. Visit Florida's CEO signed a $14,000 contract with a German advertising firm back in March that included Syria and 9 other Middle Eastern countries. Syria was, of course, included on a list of countries covered by the president's temporary travel ban earlier this year. The Department of Health says they are keeping a close eye on a Florida medical dispensary after it began selling its first whole flower cannabis product earlier this week, meant for vaping. But officials say they fear the buds in the vaporizer could also be used illegally, made into pot that could be smoked. The company Trulieve, however, says it is not violating any state laws. Dispensaries are supposed to follow the product descriptions that are made in their applications. Today was the last day for the 2017 Hurricane Expo in Venice. Looking to educate local homeowners and businesses, the city of Venice teamed up with the Venice Gondolier to host numerous speakers and vendors looking to prepare the community before hurricane season arrives. They provided tips on staying safe, what resources are available during a hurricane, insurance protection, and moving forward after a hurricane.
We're the type of people that are better off knowing what's going to happen and what to expect than to just wait until it happens and then react. So we're just trying to be a little proactive.
And ABC7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan was among those who were guest speakers. Hurricane season officially begins on June 1st. The Sarasota Police Department is reminding boaters to be careful while out on the water this weekend. 2 kayakers were capsized in the Sarasota Bay this afternoon after the windy weather caused large swells. Thankfully, a Good Samaritan on a jet ski helped the men until officers could arrive. Both men are reportedly safe, but there is still a small craft advisory in effect. So clearly a windy day, but that wind could be bringing something we need.
Oh,
right?
My goodness. It's all because of a cold front that's coming in from the south, or coming in from the northwest. And we've had those southwesterly winds that have been very strong in advance of that cold front. But the cold front is going to be bringing us some much needed rain. It's already happening, and this is a great thing. You can see our water on our camera lens indicating that we are already getting some of those showers here across parts of Manatee, Sarasota County. Charlotte, you're next. You are going to be getting the rains. It's all coming on in, and so you can see this band of rain has been holding together throughout the day today, and it's been holding together very well. We saw the heaviest showers right here across parts of Polk County, portions of Orlando getting all of that wet weather, which is so badly needed. It doesn't matter where it's falling across the state of Florida. Every place needs it. But we've been watching this band holding together, and it's now coming down across our region, and we are expecting it to continue to move on down to the south, and we're going to be seeing it taking place during the overnight time period as well. We'll be getting these rains coming on through. Now, in advance of this rainfall, we've been getting plenty of cloud cover, and that's all they've been getting down to the south. But along this band, you're starting to see it coming on through across portions of Manatee, now Sarasota County. The heaviest rain staying offshore, but we do have some of this heavy weather, and even though it doesn't appear as though right now this is going to be coming on through, we'll get these good soaking rains that'll come on through, producing as much as a ½ inch of rainfall is expected throughout the evening hours and into the overnight time period as well. Not a lot of rain, but boy, we can use it. So you can see that throughout the overnight time period into Sunday morning early, we'll be getting those rain showers down across parts of Charlotte County. And this is going to take place 1, 2 o'clock this morning. And this whole band holds together all the way down through the southern part of the state. So it looks as though it's going to be a good soaking rain that covers from the west coast all the way over to the east coast and moves on down to the south. So this is going to be very, very beneficial. And this is certainly what we need to see over the next couple of hours taking place. And then it's going to leave us with quieter conditions. So we are not going to see the strong winds. That will not be part of the forecast tomorrow. Once this front comes on through, it is going to move on through. It takes the rain with it, and it will also bring about some fair skies for us for tomorrow. Today we got up to a high of 88 degrees. 77 was the overnight low. Temperatures right now mostly in the 70s across our region and some 80s. We're also still seeing some 80s. Parrish reporting 79 degrees. Longboat Key at 79. That's where the rain has been falling. Right now it's 81 degrees. Mostly cloudy conditions at the airport. The winds are still strong. They're coming in out of the southwest, indicating that that cold front has not gone on through. But once the front comes through, we're looking at some pretty nice weather for tomorrow. A temperature high of 84 degrees, lots and lots of sunshine tomorrow. And then we just watch those temperatures climb all the way through the week, with our next best chance of rain on Friday and Saturday of next week. Adam?
Now, sports.
Some top athletes with Suncoast ties came to Out of Door Academy Saturday for an 8th annual charity flag football tournament. That game featuring current college and professional football players with their roots right here on the Suncoast, and it was all to help raise money for a local AAU track team. Current NFL players like Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie and Jeremy Butler showed off their skills, along with many former high school players from the area. Current University of Michigan rising junior Karan Higdon also making an appearance to coach one of the 7 flag football teams. Organizer Rod Miller says children get a chance to see their idols in person, and it also helps families of his AAU track team.
A lot of our families, they don't have the means to actually make that trip to whether it be Texas or whether this year we'll be headed to Michigan. So that's the beauty of AAU track.
Football is a game that can be taken to a whole nother level, and showing those kids the difference between a respectable young man and, competitive athletes on the field, and how that correlates with each other is a great thing.
And some of those players were also available for a meet and greet tonight at Yumi Sushi in downtown Sarasota. Well, the Rays and the Red Sox both looking pretty in pink one day before Mother's Day, rocking the color on their undershirts and hat logos may have caused a power surge as well. Here's Logan Morrison giving the Rays a 1-0 lead in the second with his 10th homer of the season off Red Sox starter Chris Sale. Then in the third inning, Mookie Betts ups the ante with a 2-run blast over the Green Monster in left off Rays starter Blake Snell, and the Red Sox take a 2-1 lead. Fifth inning, Kevin Kiermaier drives one out to right center off Sale. Betts out of room, and that one is out of here. The Rays back on top 3-2. But the Red Sox waste no time responding. Devin Marrero with a deep drive. This one won't get out, but it does hit off the Monster to score. Boston would score 2 more in the inning. Sale strikes out 12, and the Red Sox win 6-3. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
2 years ago, my son was born. Now he's running, playing, and learning to speak. When I look at him, I can't help but to see how free he is. I want my son to have the same freedom when he grows up. Protect our freedom of speech, not just for us, but for the future generations.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV?
The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
If you're looking for some Mother's Day plans, a local sweet shop is inviting kids to bring their moms in for some coffee and cupcakes. The Clever Cup Coffee Shop is hosting a Create Your Own Cupcake Bouquet class. It takes place this Sunday at the shop on Gateway Avenue in South Sarasota from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and those tickets will be $25. So, Wendy, any Mother's Day plans for you?
Oh my goodness! You know, I get to spend time with my mom tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that.
I get to spend time with my mother as well. She's on Siesta Key this weekend. Yeah, they're in town. May not appreciate the rain so much, but you know what? We need it.
Oh, we need it.
So,
that's just too bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for everybody out there. We need that rain so badly. I'm at a point now. I don't care when it comes here. I just want it to come through, and it is coming through tonight. This is not going to be long-lasting after tonight.
Good.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.